Rashad, why you didn't
Anyways,
hit me up?
Rashad. Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother. Trump lit.
What's up, Rashad? What
Yeah.
it do, boy?
We walk
Hey,
around the
Rashad.
world. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Rashad Milligan. If you are new to the channel, this is the road to 10K subs. Without further ado, let's get into it, man. Okay, so as you guys see, the first things first, you have Jorjiana. This is Caribou. And for this one, I wanted to bring in, a different voice and stuff to bounce off of and everything like that. Yesterday, I had my little sister pop in. Shouts out to my little sister showing love for Howards and talking about the HBCUs and Mackenzie Scott's donations. Tonight for hip hop, I got one of my hip hop friends in the building, one of my rap friends in the building, and things of that sort. Mr. Mo knows. Mo, what's happening, twin?
Good.
Man. All right, so as you know, this isn't a full 1 a.m. Like I said, Mo up here at 2 a.m. And so it's a 2 a.m. It's not a 1 a.m. But I only got you on for a segment, everything like that, because we got 1 a.m. tomorrow night. So I guess just first things first, man. I'm gonna pull this up so people can have a little background about what's going on exactly with this Caribou and Georgiana thing. So it all kind of started with Jorjiana dropping she dropped a snippet of the diss song on her Instagram. And when she dropped the snippet of the diss song, Caribou responded with a bunch of tweets and everything like that of like, this girl, she don't want to do this, she want to do that, like, just fight me, like, why won't you fight me? And Jorjiana said, I ain't never ducked no fade, I don't know what you're talking about, I'm not ducking no fade, woo to woo, right? So that's what Jorjiana was saying. Couple days later, Kara not saying nothing. Jorjiana drops a full diss track, and the the cover art, I'm sorry, is Caribou and Anicia on FaceTime with Skilla Baby. So if anybody was wondering why they're beefing, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Lil Yachty did a song with Jorjiana, and Jorgiana's been compared to Caribou because they have the same kind of flow and sound, and Caribou popped before Jorgiana. So it's kind of like, ain't you just stealing Caribou swag? So she was even asked this by Adam 22 on her No Jumper interview like a year ago when she first popped, and she said, "Nah, I don't think I'm copying no Caribou. Like, I'm just doing me. That's how I always rap." And then so yeah, I think that's where, I'm not sure, but I think that's where it kind of started and things of that sort. So now I have my takes about it. But I want Mo to give, I guess, just his first take first.
So I'll say initially, when hearing the comparisons about them, I like, me and you had the conversation about it, and you initially brought it up to me how they were compared to each other. And like when I first listened to Jorjiana, I didn't really think of Caribou personally. Like, I just think of that whole sound that, like, Lil Tyler. That's who I kind of always thought of, like Jorjiana, like how that Florida Lil Tyler sound of kind of you lazily rapping in a sense, but they be snapping, but it's just kind of like they just really just vibing on the beat. But then over time I was like, okay, I kind of see the comparisons. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I think when I initially heard about Jorjiana dropping a diss, I was thinking, I was like, okay, wow, okay, she really gonna take it there. And after hearing the diss, I was like, the full diss, I was like, ooh, okay, she kind of got in her bag. I ain't gonna lie. Like, she ain't go too crazy, but she went crazy enough to where I was like, go ahead and Kara, go ahead and hop in the booth. But Kara is just so ready to fight at all times that she's like, man, I don't care about none of that. Let's just meet up. Let's just fight. And personally, I think that is somewhat of a detriment to her as an artist, because I think, go ahead and engage in the back and forth. I think this is a time for you to show, like, because everybody right now, realistically, her reputation is Lil Yachty wrote all the stuff for you. So, like, you haven't really done nothing since. And everybody knows that you're online talking about how Yachty won't let you drop and this and the other. So we haven't heard nothing from you. And I think this would be a good time to kind of get people's mind like, oh, okay, Kara do really be rapping. And I think she has a more known name than Jorjiana, but I don't think they're really like she's not really a bigger artist in a sense. So I don't know. I think she should respond, but it don't seem like that's the route she want to take. Anicia is endorsing like go ahead and send to Addy. you know. But I'm just like, what does that do for you in your career? Like, let's get the money. And I think Jorjiana is also seeing, cause I think Jorjiana also has a good team around her. And I think her team is probably telling her, like, this is a good opportunity for you to capitalize on. Cause I think the momentum for her kind of has slowed down towards the end of this year. So she's capitalized on it, people talking about her again. And then you come with a pretty solid diss track. So yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it was definitely a good first punch. Kind of like verbally or whatever, metaphorically, from Georgiana for sure. And I ain't gonna lie, that's probably like the best rapping like lyrically I've heard from Georgiana. I do like some Georgiana, like her two biggest songs. I'll turn you up. That's if you let me. And then the one with the Glorilla, Duke Dennis, what's up with you? Even though that's Glorilla's line, but I do like both of those songs. And but like lyrically speaking, like Caribou is like she cold. But here's the thing now, right? Mo, this is the like you say, this is the bigger discussion here, as we just talked about the other day. No rap hits on the Billboard Top 40, right? And people
Mm-hmm.
talking about, oh, rap, rap died because of ABC. And I said, I don't think rap is dead. I think when you guys bring this up, you guys don't know about like what is going on, because we have Kelly Moonstones and you have the Sabas and the Sminos doing what they're doing. Tizo Touchdown exists and he's in a whole different lane. And you just have all these artists in the wide range of just talent. And then in the underground, the Ben Rileys, Larizis, and Suaves, and Chris Patrick's, Ruben Vincent's, all those guys, and things of that sort. So that was my argument, and that's always been my argument, that rap isn't in fact dead. With that being said, to the rap is dead crowd, they look at situations like this. And we just got to keep it at music, right? We keeping it at music. It's no personal attacks. We keeping it at music because Kara is my favorite rapper. Like I always say that Kara is currently my favorite rapper. In 2019, Rico Nasty was my favorite rapper. Like I have these favorite rappers at certain points in time. Right now, for the past couple years, ever since I first heard Kara, and I was like, really, I was just hooked from Money Counter first listen on. She's my favorite rapper. But we have to keep it a bean and keep it at music, bro. And I have to be non-biased here. Uh where was I going with this? I was going somewhere. I was going somewhere. But the main thing I wanted to say, bro, was the people who say rap is dead, they look at a situation like this. Kara, they was asking, do you want to go on Boy Max in the booth? She said, I don't want to do that because I'm not that type. Like, I don't know if I could write a verse quick enough on stream while everybody's watching that's going to be up to my standard that I want to put out to the world. Anicia has said in multiple interviews, she was like, I'm not the type of artist to just go up on radio station, just go the emancipated the dawn and talking about the world issues in the world and do all the lyrical miracle stuff. While okay, yes, it's cool that you understand who you are, you're self-aware and things of that sort. At the end of the day, rap is what made you rich. Rap is the lane that you decide to choose. It's the career that you chose, and it's the career that you blossomed in and became successful in. Therefore, there are quintessential parts of rap music, of hip hop, that I feel like if you are going to benefit off of, become rich off of, I feel like you kind of need to acknowledge those rules and respect those rules because this is the same culture that changed your life. Mo, stop me if I'm tripping.
No, you're right, bro.
So if this put me from a situation where I was down bad, or I had to move a different way to get my money and things of that sort, to a point where I'm good and I can take care of not only myself, but I can help take care of others around me and things of that sort. And this is a controversial thing with kind of cloudy thing with Kara, because Kara has said that throughout all the songs she dropped under Concrete, she hasn't seen a penny from it, directly of streams and things of that sort. That's a whole nother conversation. But I know Anicia is probably good because she is independent. She just had the distribution deal with the United Masters, but everything else is independent. So Anicia is probably really good, and she's toured with some big artists and things of that sort. So this, but it changed their life, regardless of financial difference and me pocket watching. It changed both of their lives, just like status wise and what you can do when you have a platform. You can do reality TV, you could do whatever, club hostings, and make money off of that. So this culture changed your life. Someone rapped at you. Your response, you can go back and forth on social media in between the raps, but you need to respond with rap, because this isn't someone who is just trying to get, what I'm saying, this isn't just someone who's just trying to get attention, what I mean, from, how do you say, you mean they're not as high as you and things of that sort. This is something of somebody who's kind of as famous as you, they're as lit as you, they have the attention and everything like that, and they rapped at you, they dished you. You need to kind of get in the booth and respond. I respect Ice Spice. I respect Lotto. I respect Drake. We talk about it all the time. Yes, people made fun of Drake and everything, and da 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 da. He lost a battle. Ooh, Drake, 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 Drake. I had so much respect for Drake, bro, for stepping in the ring with Kendrick Lamar. You know Drake, man. It was so many years. I'm thinking Drake was scared of Kendrick Lamar. I'm like, Drake dissing everybody. He sneak dissing everybody except for Kendrick. He won't go back at Kendrick because he's scared of what Kendrick can carve him up lyrically and this and that. And he even kind of admitted to it on the Taylor Made freestyle, where he said, "Oh, I know you doing triple lyrical quadruple entendres and that." He knew what Kendrick had and his ability, but he was tired of Kendrick poking at him and poking at him and poking him. And he said, "All right, bro, let's just do it, bro." He took the gloves off. He rapped. Okay, he lost. He got embarrassed. People laughed at him. The World Series team won. LA beat Toronto in the World Series, and people brought it up again and started laughing at Drake again. Regardless, I respect Drake because Drake went to battle. He went in the ring and went against the top guy in the world, lyrically speaking. I respect that. I respect anybody who go in the booth. Caribou needs to go in the booth for the sake of hip hop and rap music. Like, I understand, you made the joke. This ain't battle of the bands. We about to jump you. Everything. Ha, that was funny. Ha 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 ha. You need to rap. You are a rapper. She is a rapper. I don't care if you a turn up rapper. Travis Scott responded to Pusha T.
Right.
Travis Scott responded to Pusha T. You need to rap.
Bro, not even that though, but realistically, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Kara too old for this. Like, I'm I don't even want to sound shady, but it's like, bro, we're getting, cause she close to our age. She what, 29, ain't she?
About 20, 27, 28.
Yeah, it's like, bro, you getting towards your lighter 20. Cause her, like, I know Anicia is like 29, ain't she?
Yeah, Anicia about like same age, 27, 28.
Yeah. So okay, so they're both towards the latter part of their 20s, and it's like, bro, how long is it? Let's be on go and let's fight. Especially when you already have. Aren't you tired of getting arrested? Aren't you like? At what point is it? And that's why I feel just hop in the booth. This situation, like Jorjiana, as I said, I feel like Jorjiana has a smart team around her. Jorjiana's team not going to allow her to go meet up to go fight. Like, honestly, she'll probably lose. The girl is a stick.
Yeah, Georgiana for sure losing in a fist fight to Caribou.
Yeah, but it gets to a point when you get to a certain age, it's like, okay, you got hands, and what does that do for anybody? So I think Kara needs to go ahead, hop in the booth, go ahead and like show. I think it's just such an opportunity that being missed, and makes me wonder. I'm like, cause I think you said that somebody told her not to respond, like somebody in her team
It
told
was it was a video of Kara, like, when the snippet dropped. And Kara's like, I don't know if she uploaded this on their Instagram story or what, but she's in the car, and the person next to her, it kind of sounded like, not to speculate, but to speculate. The
her.
voice kind of sounded like, this is not confirmed anything like that. This is just me listening with my ear. The voice sounded like, of the other person in the car, it sounded like Anicia's voice. It said,
Hmm.
don't say nothing. Don't even respond. Don't say nothing. And I'm like, what type of advice is this? Like, y'all's rappers. She rapped at you. Isn't that like, I would get it if she just came on live and said, Caribou, da 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 da. I get it, because that's like some social media stuff, some internet stuff, as the kids call it. I don't do that internet stuff. I get it, right? But she rapped at you first. Like, she took the jab through rap. As a rapper, rap back.
Right. And
My,
it's oh,
my thing, Mo, I wanted to say this, but before I forgot, this was the thing I was thinking of when I was setting this up, when I invited you to come on to talk about this. This is an analogy I had, and I wanted you to be on here to check me if it was wrong or anything like that. What this remind me of is, like, remember when we used to roast in school, especially if you go with the kids that really roast, like Malik and all them and stuff. Shout out Malik, shout out Leak Lucas, huh? uh if you go with them and they roasting, this is like when someone is beating you in a roast battle, or they roasting you, and then your response is, you can't beat me up though.
right.
That's
No,
what this reminds me of.
that's exactly what this is. You know, it's like it makes me feel like, oh, you you may not be able to out rapper, but you saying like, also, I bet I could beat you up though. And as I said, what is that? I ain't finna put no money in y'all pockets, you know. And I think, as I said, this is an opportunity because you saw how this whole year there's been so many little mini beefs going on that has given so many different people exposure. Like the Ray Vaughn and Joey situation. I think this could be around that. You feel me? And just even with like you talked about with Ice Spice and Lotto, like you gotta think, with Lotto, you would never think Lotto would be a person to hop on a diss track. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. You know, the song wasn't all that, but but she responded though. And it was just the fact that she did do something, and it was just like, because it's like, what are we finna meet up and fight for? We getting money, you feel me? And this is an opportunity for both of us. Like, and you ain't got to think about the other person. This is an opportunity for you to put more money in your pocket. But maybe she like, I ain't gonna hop in the booth because Yachty ain't gonna let me drop it anyway. So I don't know.
She's been doing, because you said that we ain't heard nothing from her. She's been doing like the social media drops in the meantime,
Mm-hmm.
of dropping like the songs on YouTube or like Instagram and stuff like that. She hasn't dropped like mad multiple songs, full songs, but she has dropped like two or three at least on social media. Like she just dropped one with a Mike Will Made It producer, and
Mm-hmm.
that one has 2 million, over 2 million views on Twitter right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and people are like, "Oh snap! How's she rapping the same way she was before Yachty?" And then she was like, "Yeah, because that was my whole thing. I rapped the same way before and after because he ain't helped me as much as he tried to say he did. He said I never wrote a verse in my life, and he wrote all my verses. That wasn't true. So I mean, like I say, I think Carrot can rap, but it's like it is a different level of lyrical, you know what I'm saying, competition when you have to rap on topic about a particular person and roasting them, essentially and stuff. Like that take a skill. But at the same time, it's like you guys are rappers, like Anicia, Caribou, like y'all are rappers, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is a part of it. Yeah, I mean, you can't You can't just, okay, you can say, no, I'm not the type to do a radio freestyle. That's cool. But at some point, you have to do some of these basic parts of rap music. Like, we will all, you know what I'm saying? If you want to get into hip hop and get money as a rapper, like that's cool, that's fine, everything like that. You just kind of need to understand and respect the art form. That goes back to, where Buddy from Blackish, he uploaded the clip of him on Drink Champs dissing Kai Cenat for not knowing the legends and not knowing who he is. Deion Cole. I'm sorry, Deion Cole. He was dissing Kai Cenat for not knowing who he was at the BET Awards and not knowing who Wale was at the BET Awards. He like, bro, if you at this level, you had to do your homework and know who the icons and legends and people are before you, and stuff like that. So it's the same thing in rap. Like when Yachty first came in and Yachty didn't know nothing, and the old heads was trying to lecture him on why he should know these people. He wasn't quite getting it back then, but he gets it now. Because now what he do? He talk about Wiki, he talk about Mike, he talk about Earl Sweatshirt, all the underground lyrical miracle folks to prove that he respect the art form of hip hop. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like, I want to ask you that on the bigger stage as an artist, bro, like of the importance of really understanding the quintessential like elements of hip hop, bro.
No, I think it's very important, and I think that's the little stuff of knowing how to, like, knowing the ins and outs of the game and really developing the art form, I feel is what established longevity, you know? And I think that's where a lot of these artists, they're missing that. But a lot of them don't care. So they get in, they get their money, and then it's just like whatever happens from there happens from there. But, then you have the people who really, really, care about like music and, rap as an art and just like all that little stuff. I saw a clip of Mac Miller talking about how he got Kendrick Lamar on the Divine Feminine. And it was like right after Kendrick had just did SNL and they were at a studio. And then, Kendrick was like, well, all right, just send me the beat, I'll work on it later. And so he was like had the headphones in, and then Mac told the engineer, like right then and there, it was just like, yo, just play the beat right now. And Mac was like, I know as a person who really loves music that if you play a beat, like I'm going to start thinking about some lyrics and stuff like immediately, And he was like, I just felt like he was probably the same way, who really cares about this. And he was. And that's how he was able to get him on the Divine Feminine. And I think that's the difference. Like a lot of these people, they just come in there, they just doing it for the vibes. And, I think punching in, there's nothing wrong with punching in, but that's where a lot of these artists are at, where that's why they don't really care about the structures and none of that stuff. It's just like, I'm gonna just say whatever, and each line is its own individual line a lot of times, So yeah, I think it's very important. And I think, as you said, with even this point of just rapping back, this is a moment for you to capitalize on. Like the people who really care about the art form, as I said when I brought up Rayvon and Joey, they understood that, where it wasn't like I'm trying to go link up and do X, Y, and Z. It ain't really on that type of time, And I think even with like the Drake and Kendrick situation, both of them understood that this is a sport, and they both were like, let's get in the ring and really do this, and that's why I feel, yeah, Kara, you can go and meet up with her, and then you and Nicia and Four Bats, I guess, could jump her. And but it's like at the end of the day, why not capitalize on it? Because it's like you're not really finna gain nothing out of that. It's like, I guess for your personal self, like, yeah, we beat that girl up, yeah, but it's like, bro, make the money right there on the table. You leaving money on the table right now,
and even more so your rep.
Yeah,
like you say, you're fighting for your rep and your validity within the music space right now, because even though you drop those songs and snippets and everything on social media and through other outlets and stuff. Just look at this conversation. Mo didn't know that. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So it's so many people, like you said, Caribou's more known than Jorjiana, but Jorjiana has like what Jorjiana was telling Kara. Jorjiana has, you can argue, the bigger songs like that. I turned like that song was everywhere, and then that Duke Dennis song with Glorilla, they play that in the club all the time.
Right. And the this year that Shark song.
You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
Shark joint. So
Is
so, oh, go ahead, Mom.
my bad. I was just gonna say I think Kara has the bigger moment with that on the radar freestyle.
Yeah. That was a big moment. Yeah, that was a big moment.
And I feel like that moment definitely, put her into a conversation where so many people, there was a lot of eyes on her because of that. But at the same time, I feel like since then, well, a lot of it since she left Concrete, it's just been a bunch of social media drama, and that's where her name continues to grow, because it's like anytime you hear Caribou now, it's because Yachty's not allowing me to drop music, you know, and I think, like, if, as I said, like, I don't know what who her representation is right now, like, and who her team around her is, but if I was in her team, I'm like, bro, let's just get away from that now. Like, let's really establish you as your own individual artist, because you are known as your own artist, but then you're still like, that's why, what's her name? Georgiana even made it Can't Be Concrete, because it's like that's what you're still attached to. You want to be so separate from it, but it's just like with all the stuff that you've done with, constantly talking about it on social media and everything that's been going on, you're still so attached to it, you know? And it's like, I think at some point, separate yourself from that so that you can grow Kara, But I mean, hey, they gonna do what they feel is best. I mean, realistically, I don't think they never gonna meet up, realistically. Georgiana's not finna do that. And then, yeah, as I said, like, I believe in Georgiana's team that they're gonna keep her away from any situations like that happening. Unless they finna just pull up on them at, like, some death row Sorcerer Wars, you feel me? Like, like catching backstage or something. You
Well,
feel me?
that's what I'm saying. Like that would be the time where they would meet up is or cross paths is like Rolling Loud, like a music festival. They perform in the same festival.
Right.
But
So
but yeah, like I mean, shoot, I was literally just gonna say what you said. Like Georgiana has the bigger songs, but Kara has the biggest name. And but you ask most people, what do you know about Caribou? And they'll be like, isn't that the girl that was like arguing with Lil Yachty? So and this is me, like I said, Kara's my favorite artist, my favorite rapper. You know what I mean? And so I have nothing but respect for Kara's artistic ability and her ability to put bars together and say clever stuff and say it in a funny way, and her humor and her and Anicia's humor just off top. Like them jokers should be making movies. Like I don't know why they don't have at least like a Tubi or TikTok skits or something. I understand they want to keep like the genuineness of their friendship together, but they could be making some crazy money in the entertainment space just off of their humor. But yeah, I'm huge fans of them, but at the same time, it's like y'all got to keep the main thing, and the main thing is hip hop at the center of all of it. So,
right,
Mo, I appreciate your time. I know you'll be back on tomorrow. So right back to work for
right.
1 a.m. pod. I look forward to seeing you, everything like that. Let the people know where they can follow you and stuff for the people who just watching this Kara video.
What's up, y'all? Y'all find me on Instagram at RBMO___. You can find me on TikTok at RubberBandMo. And you can find me on X at Monos_.
All right, Mo knows, man, in the building. Appreciate you for stopping by, my boy. Good night, man.
Good night. Oh, one last thing, man.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
wanted to say, hey, shout out to Sam Foster. My boy had a good race. Hey, he did his thing, man. You know, we almost did it. It was but as I said, it reminds me so much of who was it that we was talking about? The one that was running for governor.
Stacey Abrams.
Stacey Abrams, yes. Yeah. This race reminded me a lot of Stacey Abrams. And it's really crazy because you watching, he was winning when like 92% of the polls were like precincts were reported. And then it was like the very end, end up flipping on him. But hey, shout out to Sam Foster, man. You did your thing. Marietta will never forget you. We'll see you next time, man.
Yeah, if he runs it, I mean, he has to. Like Tomlin's gonna be 82.
Yeah, at that point, Tomlin can't keep going. Like we gotta. It's crazy. I didn't know. I mean, I guess I never thought about it, but you would figure there'll be a limit to the terms.
I think he even advocated for a term limit like 10 years ago, and probably just since that didn't happen, he's just like, oh, I guess everybody's gonna forget.
Right.
But yeah, it's crazy, bro.
But all right, bro. Hey, be easy, man. Thank you, everybody who was listening. Shout out that boy Dan. I don't know who you are, but hey.
Oh, Dan, he like the head of the channel, man. He the mod and stuff like that, and he actually comes on live now. He comes on the streams now, so
hey,
he's gonna be coming on like if he's still awake in like a few minutes and stuff like that. I'm gonna do a couple more. I'll probably do this mayor's thing, the black journalists losing their jobs, and then I'll bring them on for like Ice Cube and everything else.
Okay. Hey, keep doing your thing, Dan. All right, bro. Hey, shout out Sherbalicious.
Shouts out to Sherbs, the legend. All right, bro.
All right, bro.
We'll see you tomorrow, man.
All right, bet.
All right, bet. Mo knows, man, the legend, RB Mo. Yes, sir. Hold on, let me.
Rashad,
why you didn't
hit me up? What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.